Hey guys, so this is just a really quick post. I'm going to try and go out soon. It's on vestibular exercises because I've been diagnosed with having labyrinthitis and ear damage, and then a year later they said it's vestibular migraines. The thing is, the vestibular migraines could be caused from the ear damage, so obviously at the end of the day I still have a vestibular disorder, so I've started to do vestibular exercises. An update on the last post, my legs are a lot better. I had about 4 weeks where I had tingling, pins and needles, extremely weak legs, couldn't walk far at all. I walked 4K yesterday, but I mainly put it down to vestibular exercises, which I did try a year ago, and I think I was so beyond dizzy back then, it just hardly had any effect. Now it has been 17 months since this all started, and I'd say the last week or so, I've really improved. My vision, the dizziness, I can walk further, and it's all down to just some simple exercises I do every day, and some that are a bit weird as well. So, I sound so dodgy. Right, so one of the ones is, if you have a long corridor, okay, like leading to your front door or something, you know, you get the little holes in the front door where you can actually look through and see who's there. So what I do is, I look at that point and I stand about, you know, to the end of the corridor, and I look at that point, and then you need to walk towards that point, and you need to do this. So you turn your head from side to side, okay, as you're walking forward, but you need to keep your eyes on that dot. So it will literally be like that, but your eyes cannot budge from that dot, and you walk forward and walk back. And I probably do about 5 or 6 repeats of that, okay. So side to side, pick a spot in the distance and walk towards it. The next one is also looking up and down, okay. So again, you keep you start at the end of the corridor again, you start walking towards the dot, or the marker you picked, and rather than do this and keep your eyes on the dot, instead you look up and down, okay. So you look up and down. God, I've got a really dodgy fringe going on, I just cut it myself. Anyway, you look up and down and walk towards it, okay. The other one is, this is the one that I find really trips me out. So again, a long corridor, if you've got it, you walk along, and you don't need to focus on anything, but as you're walking along, you turn from side to side. So it's literally, for every step, look that way. So it'd be obviously left, right, and so on. Okay, so like this, around this speed, and keep walking. And again, lots of laps. And the last thing that it's quite intense is, you actually, if you've got a ball, like a softball, okay, you literally throw it in the air from hand to hand, okay, just like that. So you do that, okay, and then at the same time, if you can, you rotate. So as you're slowly moving around in a circle like that, you need to throw the ball. And I do that for about, I'd say I probably do about 8 rotations, roughly, okay. And another thing about vestibular issues is, because your inner ear is used to balance you, when that's damaged, you're relying on your eyes to keep your balance and your motion when you're walking. Again, words. Okay, so this really proves if you've got vestibular disorder, okay? What you do is, you try and stand on one leg. I know it's a bit silly, you know, it sounds crazy because sometimes it's impossible. You try and stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Now what I found is, even though I was really wobbly, I could stand on one leg, but the moment I had to do the same exercise with my eyes closed for 10 seconds, impossible. I wouldn't last a minute. I was going all over the place, and that's because my eyes are what's being used to balance myself. So obviously I've got no balance at all the moment I close my eyes. So I'm starting to stand on one leg for 10 seconds, okay, with my eyes open, and then I stand on the same leg with my eyes closed, because I want my body and my senses to get, adjusted, even with my eyes closed, okay. So that was a really good exercise for me. And I had a very long day out yesterday, and I did really well. I did like 4K, went to the park, even had a drink, so I find it's really helping. Now, with any kind of vestibular disorder, you know what it's like. You can be absolutely fine, and then bam, 3 months later it can come back and hit me really hard if I get a cold or something like that. But I think the main thing is to keep doing it no matter what, because I think you're going to bounce back quicker. So this is 2 weeks going into it now, and I am a lot better. But again, I'll have to update you in, say, a month and let you know how it's going. All right, guys, bye.